Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be telling you guys about something that all of you probably should know about, since chances are if you're watching this video, you're probably watching it on like a computer, a tablet, a phone, some type of device. And I bet a lot of you do know that your devices kind of listen to you because you have something like Siri or Alexa that, takes voice commands. But what actually is happening when your phone is listening, and how much of your information is being recorded, and who is getting this information? Well, I decided to look a little bit more into it today because I knew like nothing about this, and I was pretty surprised with what I found. But before I get started telling you all about your devices and how they could be spying on you, I first wanted to thank our sponsor for today, ExpressVPN. Now, if you don't know what a VPN is, it stands for a virtual private network. So how many of you guys have been out at like a local coffee shop or a restaurant or something and gotten on their Wi-Fi because your service is awful? I definitely have done this so many times, and I never really realized how kind of dangerous it is, and just opens you up to a lot of possible sketch activity. Now, the problem with accessing personal information on a public network is that anyone could possibly see that information and you're not protected at all. And that's where ExpressVPN comes in handy. It basically encrypts all of your data and allows you to access the internet without anyone seeing what you're doing. And what's great about ExpressVPN is they have like the fastest speeds, server locations in 94 different countries, as well as apps for every device. And what's cool about ExpressVPN is not only does it protect your personal information while you're on the internet, it also may allow you to access blocked content. And I like using ExpressVPN because it's only $7 a month, and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee as well. So take back your internet privacy today by checking out the link in the description box for 3 months free on ExpressVPN. And that link is expressvpn.com/Kendall Rae. Okay, and now let's get started talking about our phones and how they're listening to you even when you're not using them. Now, you may have heard of Alexa, you may have heard of Siri, but have you heard of Alfonso? Well, there are currently thousands of applications out there that are equipped with a software called Alfonso. And Alfonso is a software that uses your smartphone microphone and listens to the ads that you are watching on TV. Basically, it's using audio signals to listen to your TV and collect viewing data.
We collect viewership data on a second-by-second basis from more devices in more households than any other company that measures TV advertising. Every time a show or an ad is aired, it is indexed by Alfonso using very sophisticated machine learning and computer vision to accurately identify all the information that's important.
And in return, it is able to pick out advertisements that will personally fit your life and what you might be into. So have you ever noticed you could be listening to something on TV or see a commercial for something, or even be talking about something and then see an ad for it or something very similar on your phone? I definitely have had that happen to me. And this is something called automated content recognition technology.
ACR, or automatic content recognition. Our ACR is embedded in all kinds of mobile apps that people use in the living room. Social media apps, gaming apps, news apps, a variety of them.
Currently, around 1,000 phone games use Alfonso, and at least 250 apps are running the software and are downloadable right now on Android and in Google Play. One thing that's interesting is that Apple's App Store doesn't allow you to search for terms such as Alfonso Automated or Alfonso Software like Google Play does, so it's harder to tell which apps on Apple are using the software. Another crazy thing is that Alfonso is always listening even when the app that it is installed on isn't even open. And the software is so sensitive that apparently it's listening to you even when it's in your pocket. Now, basically, Alfonso says that they're not actually listening to you or like eavesdropping on your conversations. They have no interest in what you're actually talking about. They're just looking for signals from your TV, certain sounds that tell them what program you're watching and just give them information. And then they take this and sell it to the advertisers, which seems just wrong to me. Another very strange thing about this is the fact that a lot of these apps are actually games or like children's apps, and kids definitely aren't out there worrying about their cell phone safety and who's listening to them or who they're giving microphone access to. So when that little notification pops up asking a child to allow them to listen through the microphone, they're oftentimes going to be like, sure, whatever, it's a game. And they have no idea what they're opening it to, and they could be opening it to their whole family. So most of you guys probably have a phone that is considered a smartphone. It can listen to you basically. And now a lot of us have TVs, whether you know it or not, that are considered smart TVs that are listening to us. One One major example of smart TVs listening to you is with Samsung. In 2015, Samsung got criticism for its always-on voice detection privacy policy that stated, "Please be aware that if your spoken words include your personal or other sensitive information, that information will be among the data captured and transmitted to a third party." And most Samsung smart TVs actually require users to press a microphone button before using voice commands. But the mic is always listening in some models, which have voice recognition, known as Hi TV, as well as a built-in microphone and camera. Now that's pretty creepy. It's like, I've always seen the TV in a weird way as kind of like a window to the world. Like, you turn it on and you're instantly kind of connected with everything going outside and the privacy of your house. But now it's like a two-sided window, you know? You're turning it on and it's like looking at you and listening to you and taking information from you, which is really ruins the experience of watching TV, especially because you really can't relax when you're thinking about all the things you might say that your TV might hear you say. Then there was the Weeping Angel attack that was designed by the CIA to put Samsung TVs into a fake off mode. While the attack suppresses most of the indicator lights on the TV, the blue LED light on the back of the TV remains on. And the only way to defend yourself from this particular attack would be to either update the firmware or disconnect the smart TV from the internet entirely, which would essentially make it a dumb TV. Samsung can also track your viewing habits and send that data to advertisers for targeting marketing purposes. However, you can disable this through a setting on your TV. You just have to do a quick Google search. And other major brands such as Vizio and LG have actually gotten in trouble for listening to customers' information, but without doing it in the proper way. They didn't get any type of permission or explain it properly to the consumer. And not only that, they took that private information and sent it through unsecure servers. And one thing that's really interesting is devices like Amazon Fire, Roku, and Chromecast are all taking your information and sending it off. Now that can be actually turned off, but a lot of people don't know that because it's turned on by default. So when you get a new device, make sure to read the privacy policy so that you know whether or not the device is going to be listening and sending your information to a third-party source. So another popular device that many of us have these days is a computer or a laptop, and oftentimes they have a little camera built into the screen. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that nowadays hackers can actually hack into your webcam and access it and see what you're doing through the camera, which is actually very, very scary and a pretty serious issue. And there's tons of things that you can get to like cover it up. You can just take a sticky note and cover your camera to protect yourself, or you can buy, like, they have these little plastic thingies. I'll link some below that I have. You can just cover up your camera to protect yourself that way. But it is really creepy when you think about it, that someone could be accessing your webcam. And a lot of people think that they're good as long as their webcam doesn't look like it's being accessed, like there's no light or anything showing that it's on, but these hackers can make it look like it is not on, so you'd have no idea. So if you have an open camera, definitely close that shit up. And another thing that you can do, which is helpful if you're not like using your microphone for anything on your computer, like you're not using Skype or anything, you can turn off your microphone, and that will block any hackers from being able to listen to you, because just because you cover the screen doesn't mean you're blocking their ability to listen in on your conversations or what you're listening to or whatever else. Now, I think the device with the most controversy around it when it comes to like conspiracies is Amazon Alexa. In the past, Amazon Alexa has been hacked to record everything that it is hearing. So there's this company called Checkmarx that allows developers to test the security of their software before it's released to the public. And back in 2018, researchers at Checkmarx demonstrated how Alexa can be hacked to record what it hears. When Alexa operates as intended, it wakes up whenever it hears Alexa, and it follows a limited script for the app that is activated, records the user's interaction with the script, and shuts down after Alexa executes the requested response. In order for it to be hacked, the hacker needs to break into and modify this tightly controlled sequence. So basically how they do it is that Alexa has a flag that allows the session to remain open if an app needs a second response from the user. For example, if you ask Alexa to set an alarm for 7:30, Alexa will ask if you mean 7:30 a.m. or 7:30 p.m. and will keep listening while it waits for your answer. If you start telling Alexa to set an alarm for 7:30 a.m., it shuts down after telling you that the alarm is set. So check marks basically set the flag to remain open after Alexa gave the expected response. When the flag remains open, Alexa executes a function that prompts the user for additional information that it needs to complete the app. So basically check marks found that not only was Alexa listening, it was also recording the whole interaction. And so they let Amazon know just how easy it was for them to hack the system and allow Alexa to start recording conversations, and how easy it would be for a hacker to do the same thing. Because of this, we don't have any Alexa stuff in our house. As much as I want it because it's really convenient, Josh will not let us have any type of Alexa device. In fact, we got some for Christmas and we just haven't even set it up yet. Here are some examples of Alexa doing sketchy shit.
Alexa, are you connected to the CIA? Holy, oh shit.
Sorry, your Echo Dot lost its connection.
So many of you are probably asking, how is it legal for these companies to be taking my information without my permission, spying on me, and then selling it? Well, basically, you know how when you get onto a new website, you make a new account, or you start a new app and make an account on that, something will come up like terms of conditions or privacy policy. Now, most of us don't have the time or the patience to read through all of that, so we just skip it and say that we've read it, click, agree, and move on so we can get into the account. Well, that is where they are explaining what they are doing with your information. It's just worded really funny, and they make it as complicated as possible so that it goes right over your head. So I'm sure a lot of you are wondering what you can do about this, and sadly the answer is not much. This is part of living in the modern world. If you want to have these devices in your house, you kind of have to deal with this lack of security and privacy, which kind of sucks. The best thing that you can do is try to read those privacy policies, be aware of who can listen and access on your device. Make sure that apps that are asking to use like your camera or your mic have legitimate reasons for doing so. Also check your settings on anything that you have and see if there's any way to stop it from listening into what you're saying or sending your personal data to third parties. So at the end of the day, it's a little freaky because there's really not much we can do about it other than trying to be more aware of our devices. It's kind of crazy that in this modern world, we have to kind of adjust to technology, and this is only going to get worse. Like, not to be a doomsday person here, but in reality, technology is only going to get better and better, and our privacy is going to get harder and harder to protect. So even though this stuff is scary, it's really important to be aware of what your devices are doing when you're bringing them in your house. And even though there isn't that much you can do to prevent it, the more you know, the better off you are. If you guys want more videos about privacy and technology, maybe a bit about AI, maybe we can talk about robots or something, let me know by giving me a thumbs up on this video. But that's it for me today, guys. I hope you're having a great day. Stay safe and stay private, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.